All right, what is going on, everybody? Just give us a moment to kind of finalize getting all set up, and then we will get on with what we do.
Woo!
What we try to do well. Shannon, is your microphone close enough? Do I need to bring that a little closer to you?
You tell me.
Say something.
Something.
Test.
Test.
Tease.
No.
1, 2,
4.
3. 3.
3.
Mm.
1, 2, 3.
No, you. I guess you didn't watch Beavis and Butthead.
I did not.
Yeah,
I saw I saw like 3 seconds of it. And I was like, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life."
I know, wasn't it awesome?
No, it actually actively made me uncomfortable.
Why?
Because it was. So
I mean, I can understand why, but
well, then why would you ask why?
why not? Why ask why, Shannon? Try. Try. Is that even still a thing?
What?
Bud Dry.
I've never heard it.
The Bud Dry beer.
Uproar!
Oh, you've never heard of it before?
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you're really missing out on anything then. Apparently, it wasn't all that great. I don't know. I don't even know if it's still around. That's not important, though.
I've never heard of it. I don't even know. I'm like half listening. I'm like trying to finish this level on this game before we get like really actually into things.
God, you're such a nerd.
I'm just I have been working for like 11 billion hours today.
Yeah,
okay?
well, your job's not done for the day there, sweetheart.
I just want to. Oh, you had a lunch break. You had a lunch break. I did not.
Yeah, because I was ready to break something.
You had a lunch break, okay? I just wanted like 30 minutes to just sit there and play a video game, but no, apparently that's not happening.
Could you do me a big favor before we start?
Yes.
No, hold on, wait. Does he need to go outside?
I don't know. He's sprawled.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
He can
I think Apollo will be all right.
Uproar's asking what game. It's nothing big. It's just a stupid cell phone game. It's called, I don't even remember what it's called. I don't know. It's an RPG. It's an RPG game, and it's fun, and I don't have to grind as long as I do with other games, so I like it.
I was telling Shannon my awesome idea for an RPG. Is you can select to either be a roll of toilet paper or a roll of paper towels. And
it didn't really appeal to me.
The point of the game is to clean stuff up.
Yeah, that really doesn't appeal.
No?
Nah.
You think maybe that might work for other people?
No.
Yeah, housewives, husbands.
I was
Jesse probably would play
I
it.
was a housewife, okay? That still doesn't appeal to me.
So you still wouldn't?
Why would I want to recreate what I have to do like during a day-to-day basis?
I don't know.
I want to be an elf or a fairy.
Because then it kind of distracts from your task at hand.
So does being a fairy.
You can still like sit on your butt and
hi, Daniel.
pretend like you're doing stuff.
I don't know.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good one. Yeah.
I think that'd fail.
You think so?
Yes. And he doesn't actually have to.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll
don't you freaking dare.
I'll take him out real quick and then
I'll be back.
You man the fort. Okay, so Shannon's going to take the dog out real quick to use the restroom, and then we're going to get started. We're going to talk about, we've had some questions here lately that have come up that I just haven't really had the answer to because it's just not something I'm going to go ahead and kick this over real quick so you guys can see me. But I just couldn't answer these questions, and so hoping that some of you guys could maybe even fill us in. I know generally what I would do is contact one of our screen printing vendors and see what they would do, but I'll let you guys know what some of these questions are that have come up here recently. I just didn't have the answer to. I didn't want to give anyone bad information. And so we'll talk more about that here in a moment. And then there's some other things that we'll talk about too. I don't know if we're going to save those for like another time, but they probably might come up because it's just what's going on here with us in the shop. We just kind of been slammed here lately, and we're still playing catch up from the week that Shannon got sick and then I got sick. We got a lot to do, a lot of jobs that require 6 color prints on the front and back, both front and back. It's cool when everything is, you get the screens on, it's like you nailed it the first separation around, but then a lot of times that just doesn't happen. Hey, what's up, Malika? I hope I'm saying that right, Malika and kids. We're doing well, just keeping busy. It's been a busy Monday. It was a busy week. What's up, Daniel Prime, One Signs and Graphics? It says, hey, Mikey, have you ever thought of getting into DTG? Yeah, actually, we have thought about getting into DTG ourselves. We've outsourced some of that stuff, but we've kind of slowed down on doing that because we just really weren't making anything after the DTG printer did their thing. But I know there is a kit. I don't know if it's like a kit or what, but they essentially send you. I don't know if it's the printer either. I have to find out because I have an extra Epson 1430. But I think it's like around $2,500 for this DTG that uses an Epson 1430. And looked like it did a pretty good job. What's up, Indigenous? What's going on? We hope everything's going well. Thanks again for sharing those graphics with us. What you're working on. It's cool talk. You want to get off the keyboard, dude? So I'm going to go ahead and... we'll get this party started here, and we'll talk about essentially what the title of this show is for today.
Hi, everybody.
Oh,
I'm not going to try to
man.
pronounce half of these names.
Yeah. So we're just kind of waiting for people to show up. What's up, Apollo? And Apollo wants to join in as well.
Apollo's an attention whore.
Hey, yeah. So let's get this party started.
Wait, was it not? You hadn't kicked it yet?
I did, but not in the official way. Hey, what's up, everybody? Matt with Mikey Designs here.
I swear, I leave you for
Shannon,
3
the
minutes.
shop gnome,
Yo!
across the room, and then apparently Apollo wants to join. He wants to play. Have you played enough, dude? So one of the things I wanted to talk about that has come up, and I'm hoping that some of you guys can tune in and also kind of fill us in, because we do not know everything there is to know about screen printing. I would like to pretend I do. However, there's always something to learn.
My favorite thing, though, is to like actually get off the phone with a client and then be like, look at me pretending I know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. No, well, you do know your stuff. That's the thing, is you know your stuff, and you're very confident with it now.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's someone will call and you're like, Matt.
Yeah, no, you put it nicely. The way I'd put it is like I chunk the phone at your head and be like, I'm running away.
Yeah. So Shannon, she answers the phone calls, and well, at least after about 11 o'clock.
Boy.
Because before then her medicine hadn't kicked in, and I'm really the one that's answering the phones half the time. But anyhow, so she'll get a phone call and she might not know what the answer is to a question. So I've got to kind of dive in and trying to help. Well, just do my thing. It takes away from what I'm doing. But
I know. We had a quote today, or we had a call today from somebody. He's like, I'm going to send you some graphics, and I need you to tell me if it's doable or whatever. He sends 7 different things, most of them 4 or 5 colors, CMYK, 6-color spot process type thing.
Yeah.
And I told Matt, I was like, yeah, he says he's going to be calling back in 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, not it.
Yeah. So
I was just like, yeah, you're doing it. That's just overwhelming. Granted, I gave him all the freaking quotes, but
yeah, I definitely handled that.
I just did not want to. I was just going to be like, this is making me want to throw up.
This is what I'm dealing with right at this moment. Look at this dude just hanging out. He's a lap dog, like through and through. Just has to always be by our side, and he thinks he's a lap dog. Thank you, dude. Okay, so what I was getting into is a couple of the things that, or questions that have come up here recently. I think her name was Miranda. I don't know. She emailed me or messaged me on Facebook, and she was printing some of those safety green vests that have the reflective stripe across them. They're what a lot of construction crews wear, and she was hired to print some of those. And she asked me, what kind of ink do I need to print on these? Just standard plastisol. I was kind of thinking, what was that? Was that the microphone
that was the
box?
case, yeah.
Okay. But I didn't want to give her some bad information, especially those things aren't cheap. I know we would mark those things up at a premium price. However, we don't, the bulk of what we do are cotton, 50-50, polyester. We'll do some nylon here and there. And so if you guys have any experience, let us know in the comment. And also in the chat section. Is it? There we go. It's over that way. Let us know in the chats what your experiences are, because we haven't printed any of those style of vests, and we've done some specialty things, but it's things that are like nylon or trying to think of what some of the other material. What were those jackets that had the USA on the back, Shannon? You remember what those are?
Terrible.
They were windbreakers. So we had the ink. We had the inks from One Stroke that they had sent us, and we're able to take care of those. No issue. Low cure ink. And so that was one of the questions that had come up that I just didn't want to give any false information out there. So if you guys can let us know in the chat, if you're tuning in later on and the live is over, let us know down in the comments what some of your experiences are, what inks you'd basically use to take care of such a job. And then go ahead, Shannon.
Oh, no, you keep going. It's a tangent.
The other question that came up this morning, I'm drawing a blank right now on his name.
Benito?
No, not Benito. He called this morning. I'm trying to think of his name.
It doesn't matter. They don't know him. Just keep going.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. He tunes in to our live shows.
Mark?
Is it Mark?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think was it Mark?
I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, and a thousand other things have kind of gone in and out of my mind.
God. I don't want to think about today.
But I think it was Mark. So he called asking what kind of ink would we use to print on basically fireproof. I believe they're either jackets or essentially what a firefighter would wear. So it has a coating on it that's a fire resistant coating. And I know he mentioned that in the past with other similar situations, he would remove the coating and then print on whatever garment that he is printing on. And I had no idea. Neither one of us knew. We kind of went back and forth and just talked for a little bit, and so we just both came to the conclusion that just be best to get a hold of his screen printing vendor, whomever he gets his supplies from, and to ask them. The only thing I could really think of was maybe some sort of solvent ink or something like that, but I don't even know if that's what you would use.
Oh my God. Way to keep it professional, Apollo.
So anyhow, that is something else that I definitely would like to know the answer to. I do believe Mark said he is going to tune in and he would let us know his findings. So
well, there is a Mark tuned in today, right now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So let us know what you found out, because like I was saying, I don't know the answer to everything. What we tend to specialize in is kind of spot process work and how to print realistic images on shirts. And even then, every single job is a challenge in its own. Sometimes ideally you bring it into the separation studio, and then things separate out really well. You end up making a few tweaks to maybe make your reds or your yellows or your greens or whatever the case is, to bump those up towards where they're 100%, and your white, you pull that back a little bit so there's no white overprinting on your areas that are supposed to be your bright colors, and then set it up, get on the press, and you're ready to go. But like I was saying, every job is a little different, and that's not always the case. And as with these jackets that we're talking about and these questions that have come up, if something like that were to come up for us, we would accept it, knowing that we could print on them, and then we would do our research with our vendors and figure out, see what they have to say. If they didn't have any answer, then we would go to some of our ink manufacturers like Wilflex or Rutland, or we might even call Catspit up, see what he's got to say about it. But I don't know, there's every now and then something comes up where we're not necessarily going to turn it down, but we'll definitely figure out a solution. Hold on one second. Are you done? Good. Go lay down.
Okay, well, there's several things.
Okay, so we got
questions, we got feedback, news, and I have comments, but we'll just keep my comments to myself.
So no, go ahead, Shannon. Go ahead.
Well, one of the things, like, as I was walking out, to go grab something from out there, you were starting to talk about the markup and stuff, which I've
markup
of like those safety things, the safety vests and stuff.
Oh yeah, how we would charge a premium.
Yeah, and that's actually something I kind of wanted to touch on anyways, because, the gut instinct, like, when I first started doing this, is to not charge the full MSRP price.
Right.
And it was, it made us look like we had great pricing and everything, but it was me just being nervous about, like, billing for potential.
Yeah, and a lot of that is we still need to be able to cover our butts if we do happen to, for whatever reason, booger up the whole job.
And but I think, like, this order that we're doing, the racing one, that I am begging you to get that design done.
I'm finishing it today.
Okay. Well, I think, like,
pressuring.
I'm done. Okay. Anyways, So we got questions.
No, what were you saying, Shannon? I'm gonna get that done.
Well, no, it's just like I think it was like kind of an eye opener because they ordered those Nike shirts and I charged them like close to $70 a shirt without batting an eye, and they were just like, okay.
Yeah.
And so, I just thought it was like kind of an interesting point about like, the upcharging and just not being nervous about giving out your prices that you feel like are worth it.
Yeah, it's here's our prices and this is what it will cost for us to do it.
Ow!
And not to feel ashamed about it. I mean,
No,
you
I
think
I wouldn't say ashamed.
not necessarily ashamed, but feel timid to ask for what you're worth type of situation.
Okay, so we've got news.
Which kind of brings me up to something else, but remind me, and we'll come back to that.
Okay, I will.
What do we got there, Shannon?
Okay, well, first off, Big Jerry is a noob,
Big Jerry.
and he loves the channel. Hey, Orange Star, Indigenous.
Why do I never see any of this stuff?
Because the computer loves me, not you.
Okay.
Indigenous is now going to be doing a design and logo. Oh God, design. Well, I'll be doing a design and logo for the Timbisha Shoshone tribes dispensary located in Death Valley, California. I hope you don't have to actually go out there because that sounds hot.
He's doing a design for one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Imagination Apparel says what keeps screen printing interesting is that the industry is continually in evolution mode.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely
agrees. Sundry, what's up, Sundry?
What's up, Sundry?
Indigenous has a question. Have you tried the Solar Max Series ink from One Stroke Ink? It is their UV active inks. We just got some to try with a few of the designs.
No, when I initially was introduced to One Stroke sent me a sample of their MPT, their dry fit white, and they kind of pitched it as an all-in-one white. And I really love that ink because of how creamy it is. Like we used to just fight our polyester ink. Like it was just like printing with clay, basically. We got those 3 samples in. I've used I think it's the ELX or ELXT, something like that. We got a gallon of that, and that is what we use on our nylons and those kind of like specialty little things. And that ink is a little bit on the thicker side. It's generally kind of what I expect out of a white ink that is thicker in a sense. It's definitely thicker, but the reason being is its dye migration properties. So, but no, I haven't worked with that. And let me know what you think about it. I can't see my comments here at the moment, even though it's over here on the screen. I got my little pop-up chat over here, and it ended at Malika. I think it's Malika and kids saying hi. So I don't know. I might need to.
Yeah, that's pretty far down.
I need to.
Well, she did also just so you know, she did smash the like button.
Sweet. Thanks for smashing that like button.
Sundry says for garments he's not familiar with, he's been outsourcing until he feels comfortable with it, but he's going to start testing things out a lot more. He's going to be, you're going to be moving into your shop at the end of the month. Congratulations.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's exciting. How big of a shop is it? Curious to know. I'd like to see some pictures of that.
I remember when we moved into the shop, my mom made me pray 3 Hail Marys that my dad didn't throw his back out.
Yeah, we had the kids and we were moving everything, got a U-Haul and put everything in the truck and then brought everything over, and her father helped out.
Basically, it was Matt and my dad.
Yeah. And it's funny how when, like with friends and family, when you kind of really need them, sometimes they're a little hard to get a hold of. And I get it. It's because everybody's got their families.
What are you talking about? Gail and Chris came and painted.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying them.
Chris made fun of the shop, but
it's kind of like the heavy lifting thing. Like, say, for instance, when I went and got the automatic, I asked Panda. I was even going to pay our part-time employee Panda to come and help. And he's like, I got this and that to do. And
Panda
blah,
can't
blah,
lift
blah,
up the
blah.
back shop door.
Oh, but he says he can crush someone's ribs with a hug.
He's a kid.
Come on now.
Well, actually, he really did hurt me the time he tried to like prove it.
Yeah, it's like, don't hurt her, Panda.
No, but he's like, I can't lift this. It's so heavy. And I'm sitting here going, because the dog has to pee. Thank God for that breezeway. and he's just like, it's heavy. And I'm just like, man up, dude.
Yeah. So go over to our Facebook group page. It's shit, I forgot what it's called.
Shop Talk.
You know what? I think because Cam over at the Print Life and even T-Shirt Chick, they have a pretty good thing going on, which is cool. And not that I'm disappointed that there hasn't been more people that haven't joined, but yeah, it's Shop Talk screen printing Q&A. Sorry, I blanked out there for a second because really trying to get some of you guys to go over there. If anything else, you want to share some photos and go over there and post some photos of your shops and what's going on. That'd be cool because the way YouTube works, I mean, there's really no way to share photos. And even, you know, our business Facebook page, it's that business. And
I don't know how to work Facebook.
A lot of these apps, I'm still kind of like, they keep changing it.
I'm an old lady. I'm an old lady when it comes to Facebook. I'm like, how do you work this newfangled thing?
Yeah.
Anyway, Sundry.
Go ahead. I was going to go into something else that's not important whatsoever, but go ahead. And I'm not saying that like sarcastically.
That came, like, so sarcastically. I was just like, well, I'm not shit, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that sarcastically. No, it's it came
off so chick passive aggressive.
That stupid program that
you're still going into
whomever, we're not going to talk about who they are just yet.
Oh,
but they
really?
like shared this. It's like a in-office messaging thing, and they're like chatting away. And it's kind of like, I don't even know how to work this damn thing. Or anyway, see, it's not even that important. It's just, go ahead, Shannon.
Sundry Sundry said that the shop he's moving into, it's 16 by 40 feet. So that's 640 and has a plus an office. And Orange Star, congratulations to you too. He signed a lease for a shop today. He's moving next week.
Oh, really?
Or
sweet.
All week. Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, Orange Star, where's it located at? Is it in the Katy area? Because if we got a moment, we might have to make it a field trip to come out. Once everything's all set up, of course. Or if you need a hand.
If you need a hand, ask Matt. The shop dome doesn't do heavy lifting.
We could actually use a hand over here. But
right.
Speaking of, we're still trying to figure out this whole situation with how overwhelmed we are. And with we've been trying different things out, like Fiverr, and I can't really say that I'm happy with the way the whole Fiverr thing is working out.
I can't even get onto that website without a stiff drink in me.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. No, I'm not kidding. It stresses me out to the point that I know. I just I actually have to mentally prep myself to go in there, battle these people, and like try to critique their art and explain what I want. And like, you know what, by the end of it, like, I know I need it done. So it's 12 in the afternoon and I've already poured myself a drink because I'm just like, this sucks.
So I guess really with the Fiverr thing, I've had some success with hiring people for their services that haven't been graphic design work. Like, that's one of the things that I'm just behind on. And my standards for what I think we've hired 3 different people. Shannon's at
5.
Is that right? 5 different people. And some of the art's been okay. I'll get the art back, and it'll be kind of not completely where it needs to be, and I'll get it to my standards, kind of a thing. There's been some of them that are just complete duds where I'm like, this, I can't use this. Just tell them, yeah, good job, send me the files, and really it just kind of had to. It's not even a fix it situation. It's just, okay, well, I could have done what we paid you to do in about 10 minutes. And there's the communication barrier too. Like, we've been trying to find someone, like I have an artist that I have gone to before, but we thought we'd give the Fiverr thing a shot because
well, we're overloaded
the prices,
right now.
Well, it being overloaded, and some of the price of the artists are reasonable. I mean, the guys that are actually charge $5 are, in my opinion, worth the $5. You might as well keep that $5. And
I had to draw the logo. and then he still managed to dick it up.
So, some of them, I would say it's been about maybe 30% of what we've gotten back have been happy with, and then the other. Well, what would you say, Shannon?
Of the ones I've done, of the ones I've actually been in charge of, I'm happy with the volleyball one.
Yeah.
I'm happy with how the carnival one came out.
Okay, yeah, and that was pretty simple.
I'm fairly happy actually with the Tournament of Fools.
Yeah. So that was more of like a digitizing thing that required quite a bit of time to do.
Yeah, and 2 of those are actually from the same artist, and I'm pretty happy with her. And everyone keeps calling me Sir on there because they think it's Matt.
They're using my she's using my account to communicate with.
Of course, the Bat Mitzvah ones have been phenomenally bad with both people.
Oh yeah. That was pretty awesome.
I don't know. Okay, so we got comments here. It's actually about what we're talking about.
Okay, yeah, sure. What do you got there,
Rusty,
Shannon?
I will get to you in a second because that's a different tangent. Guild Arts. I'll get to you again. Uproar says go to online jobs, find a graphic designer from the Philippines. Sundry says, now how do you work artwork into your price, or do you eat that? We charge $50 an hour for design work.
No, we don't eat the
we don't know
the artwork
that's
charge,
our time.
Because really, and our pricing, we based off of how much we need to make an hour to pay for our overhead, to pay ourselves, and to make a little profit after overhead. Paying ourselves, you need profit so you can continue to buy computers, software, upgraded softwares that are coming out all the time, and then equipment. The stuff doesn't last forever. So,
and guys, even if we're outsourcing it, it's still paying for what we charge. It's still paying for my time going in there and trying to work with these people, because I don't have the graphic design knowledge to do it myself, but I am still spending a hell of a lot of time on things. And lately I've been feeling honestly, I've been pulled 15 different ways at once.
It's kind of like the concept of, let's say you own a construction or roofing company, and then at first you're kind of not necessarily a one-man show, but it might mainly be you doing the work and a couple other people to help out. Eventually you get enough work towards you're like, okay, you can't do all these jobs, so you have crews that go out and handle these jobs. However, you're still you're making enough money to pay your crew, you're making enough money to pay your overhead for your business, and some profit, and to pay yourself as well. So it's just one of those kind of things. I would say the only time we don't charge for artwork, if it's something real simple like typesetting something, or if it's some real simple clip art or something like that, which we tend to not like to do clip art or whatever. So don't be afraid to find some help, which is what we're having to do. And I mean, if there's something that, like a part of your business that perhaps you're not very strong in, or you need some help with, there's nothing wrong with hiring someone to make sure that you're getting everybody taken care of, getting business taken care of. Let's see. Respond to John. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Why would I write it down instead of actually say it? Because I don't want it said out loud.
Okay, let me pull up my chat that's not working over here.
It's still not working?
No.
Well, he's saying that you get what if you pay $5 for artwork, you get what you pay for, all caps, period.
Yeah.
And then he says, crap!
Yeah, it's been some crap. Same thing with people that, like, I needed some help with someone just digitizing something so I can move on to other jobs, get, print whatever we have on hand, or I just needed a little help with that. And it was one of those people that's like they have their $5 and $10 digitizing kind of things where they're constantly calling you up or emailing you. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take you up on it. And they offered to do the design for
Is
free.
This Jimmy?
No. This was for one of the firefighter things where I had got sent like a low res JPEG, and I was like, hey, can you digitize this for me? It came back, and it was just the quality of it was just sloppy. It was just sloppy. So I ended up just picking up where this person left off, and pretty much had to just do it myself. So
well, yeah, that's probably what's going to go on.
Sorry, Shannon. I know you handed me this note, but it's like respond to John.
Question mark.
And then I, my chat's not up to speed over here.
It's
so
fine.
I'm like, I need what the, that's why I need your help, Shannon.
But that's why I wrote you a note. Okay, so we have a couple questions. Orange Star says his new shop's going to be in Katy.
Cool.
Rusty and DR Guildarts both have questions. Rusty wants to know if you've tried out the Catspit ink yet. He loves it. He uses it all the time.
We have a slew of things that we need to try out. One of them is
what did you say?
A slew.
That's not
a slew.
It's a slew.
A slew. What did I say? That's why I said slew.
You said slew.
Was I putting a C in front of everything?
You were.
A slew. Whatever, Shannon. You know what?
Well, now we said it too many times, and now I'm second guessing myself.
That's what I get for trying to use big fancy words. I'm going to stick to the basics, okay? You know what? I went to art school, not.
How about a plethora?
No. A cornucopia.
A cornucopia doesn't make sense, but we have a plethora of things that we still need to try out.
Did you even say that right?
Plethora?
Plethora?
Plethora.
Kind of like leather with a P in front?
And an A at the end.
Is that how it's said?
Yeah, plethora.
Oh, God. Anyhow,
I read a lot of books.
there are a lot of inks that we need to try out. And not only that, I mean, Jonathan was kind enough to send some samples of just product over, and I've used them in the past, and they're great. And so that's something else that I'm going to put an unbiased review up, even though I do feel like they're great. I haven't used them in a while. And one of the things I was actually thinking of to make it just completely transparent is having Panda use it in the washout booth, and him kind of saying what he thinks about it, because I still do reclaim screens, but right now, like, we're needing him to come in quite a bit to do screens for us, because our cabinet of 20 screens right now, as it stands, Those are going to be gone after
I think
tomorrow.
we need another cabinet. But okay, two things.
We need three, like 3 of them. What size?
Yeah. First off, though, 2 things. First off, Jonathan, if you're watching this, just so you know, we still have your skull on our press.
Yeah, it's on the auto.
Yeah, it's on the auto. Yeah. And second thing I forgot. John says, okay, let's use sloppy instead of crap. And we have another question. Or actually, no, it's a request.
Yeah, sure. What's the request
DRG or D, whatever. The one that has a #1 hashtag thingy.
Let me try and refresh
my chat. Please make a video of how you started everything. Give us tips about what to avoid / all the mistakes you made. Okay, so
a video on kind of starting from the ground up and just experiences. Is that what we're looking for? I could definitely do a video like that. Got yeah. So I'm gonna say this about video requests. Sometimes we can get to them sooner than later. And with us just kind of being slam work wise, I haven't been able to upload as frequently as I would like to. So just be patient, and I'll definitely get around to that request, because there's a handful of other requests that and just questions that come up often, like, say for instance, sorry, I thought my hand was gonna go on the dog. Like it landed on the desk. Anyhow, as to whether or not you can coat your screens with sunlight coming through, because people see that we're doing it and are like, I thought you can't do it. So I'm going to do a video specifically tailored to that, and kind of showing, I might even take a screen or two and showing just kind of how long you can kind of let these things be hit by the sunlight before you're kind of SOL and you've let too much light get to it. But for us, it hasn't been an issue. One of the other thing is how to create a registration mark. That comes up quite a bit. Someone asked for how to create a registration mark for dummies video. So that will be pretty simple. Anyhow, I think you get the point.
I'm actually just looking forward to the whole fuck up video.
Oh yeah. So I got a video that at least a whole bunch of just little clips of just screw ups, like failures, really. And so I'm hoping to put together like some sort of montage of like a different day and a different job of just screw ups. And it's kind of slipped my mind a little bit, because we've had quite a bit here recently where it's just like and I've put every now and then I'll put into like a vlog or something, like this is going on, that's going on. So we'll get to that request then.
Because, well, even with like, you know, just the screw up thing, and like, you know, how relatable it'll be, because you know normally the videos are just like in tutorials and they see you doing everything correctly. I think it'd be nice for them to see that, you know,
to see how many times I fell before I get it right.
Yeah. Of course, you still don't get to see you like be crouched like, you know, over by the desk. Just go ahead.
Oh, you know what it needs to be is a video, and perhaps I might do this with some of the upcoming jobs that we do have that are like the spot process type stuff. Just how irritated I get when things don't go right. How many times I have to redo the screens. How many trash cans I might end up kicking.
You broke the last one.
Yeah, I did break it. I kicked it. I was irritated. I needed some sort of
Hey guys,
punching bag.
Ask me why we share a vape now.
Yep, I
Somebody had a temper tantrum.
Hand grenaded the vape.
And no, so now we're sharing my vape, and it's the vape now.
Oh well, you know what?
What? Really? You got something for that?
I quit.
Perfect. it. I don't have to hunt it
Or
down
at least
anymore.
I'm trying to. It doesn't seem to be working. Doesn't seem to be working.
Well, it's getting more stressful.
Nah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think that's what part of it is too.
the medicinal one. He's just full of compliments. Hi, he said hi to the shop gnome.
Really?
And he's full of compliments. He enjoys watching you work on the press and seeing the great quality produced.
Oh, cool, man.
It's
Well, I
awesome.
appreciate
Thanks
that.
for taking the time and sharing talent. Hello, shop gnome. Yo.
Yeah. I try to share that as much as possible.
yeah,
However,
he agrees.
YouTube, I love the creative outlet about it, but I don't know if it ever will be, or if it ever will get to the point towards where it's like, okay, I can rely on just doing YouTube videos, and what we do for a living is more kind of a enjoyable craft that kind of coincides with what I do YouTube wise. But I don't see that happening unless I start doing some videos about how much money I made on YouTube, how much money I made.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it.
Which might not be.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Which isn't a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. My focus is teaching people how to kind of hone in their craft when it comes to.
You know, if we just got paid like full in cash, we could do that too. Hey, look at all the bling.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The people that
Is that
do
the word?
that.
Is that the word they use? Bling for
Bling.
cash? I think that's jewelry. Never mind.
No, it's Benjamins or.
I don't know what young ruffians use for terms these days. I'm an old lady.
I mean, there's a million different. I'm not going to go through them all, but I'm probably not as hip into all the little slangs as I was when I was younger.
We're still millennials.
No, I'm not a millennial.
Yes,
sorry.
you are.
No, I'm not. 1981, baby. I'm a Generation Xer. I'm like at the end of Generation X.
No, you're a millennial. You're like the old guy millennial, but you're a millennial.
Gen X, fool. You know what? Are
we different generations?
I'll take the millennial thing just so I can.
need you to
I can be like, I'm still young.
Right,
and then when I turn 38
okay.
next month, they're like, yeah, I'm a millennial. Dude, stop biting me. Anyhow, what do we have?
John.
Question what?
Okay, hashtag number 1, because I'm not going to try to pronounce it anymore. Would you stop and focus, please?
I'm listening. I'm just trying to get him away
I
from
don't
me.
believe you. Anyways.
Go ahead, Shannon. I'm sorry.
Hashtag number 1, DR something. I'm not pronouncing that anymore.
What?
He
Where
said,
is this
thanks
at?
for taking the request. You guys are the best. I know, aren't we? No problem. He's a fan, so we can wait. John Murray, the one that said, ow, sloppy or crap, wants to know what emulsion you're using, and I'm getting my finger bitten off.
Let's see.
Oh, and he's also looking forward to your blooper video.
Blooper. So the emulsions that I like to use 2 different types. They're both by Ulano. One of them is Ulano Orange. It's a photopolymer emulsion. It exposes really fast. Holds some really great detail. It's more of a high solid, so it builds up nicer. Kind of giving you a little bit more of an inkwell to put down. Like say for instance, if you're using white to really put down some good coverage. So I tend to use that for all my just solid spot color work. And then the emulsion that I like to use for halftones is Ulano's TZ emulsion. It's also a water-based emulsion or water-resistant emulsion. You can do Plasol water-based and discharge inks with that emulsion, and it holds halftones really well. It doesn't have any kind of buildup whatsoever, meaning that it's not like a high solids type thing. I mean, it's pretty much just kind of, when you rinse it out, you don't, there's no edge to it. And yeah, so I like to use that for my halftone work because it's a diazo emulsion, which takes about twice as long to expose, but it's also more forgiving in the sense that you can overexpose it, underexpose it, and it still tends to do a great job holding some of those smaller half tones. And so that kind of works in the favor with the light table that we do have. That's one of the things that I kind of want to upgrade myself, is putting a single point light source in the exposure unit. Uproar and I talked about that, but I'm not sure I'm going to have time to take on that project anytime soon, because I still got some parts to install on the automatic. A couple parts coming in tomorrow. Speaking of, I got the Action Engineering palette in today, and then some PMI samples. What's he doing? Eating your shoe?
No, my pants.
Yeah, okay. So, I don't know. I may do an unboxing thing with that. The PMI samples and then the sleeve palette. I don't know. Sometimes it's like I just want to open these things and not have to put together a video. Even though I enjoy putting together the videos, sometimes the excitement just really makes me just want to dive right into opening that stuff up. But I think I'll wait.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, T-shirt chick and
okay, so
Scoobed.
Imagination Apparel says they love the interaction between the two of us, and he says thank you. You're very welcome. Upper called you old.
Thank you. We appreciate that. So I'm sorry. Say that again.
Upper called you old.
Whatever,
is turning 38 next month. So is Matt on the 4th.
Who's turning 38?
Malika. And
Malika,
Imagination
young
Apparel
38.
is asking about if we use capillary film and Sin. And
Capillary
hi,
film.
Scoob-Doo.
Okay, so
Scooby-Doo.
let's see.
Scooby-Doo. Okay.
Okay, so capillary film. No, I do not use capillary film, but I have in the past, and that was when I first started screen printing, and I found it real convenient because you could just use a spray bottle, hose down your screens, put on your capillary film, remove the film that was on it. At least from what I call the film that I was using, I believe it did have a little bit of a peel to it. What's he doing? So you peeled off this backing, sprayed your screen and the film, and then you use a squeegee to just kind of flatten things down onto your mesh, and it worked. It worked quite well. It just it's a little more expensive, but I think that the time savings they might balance out. I don't know, something about using a scoop coater and doing that method. The capillary film, like I believe that you have more control using a scoop coater and doing it that way, because if you want to build your stencil up thick for whatever reason, then you tend to have a little more control. So, what are you laughing at over there, Shannon?
Well, no, it just showed up T-shirt chick because I went Sin. Sin. You should actually see me over here. Like my arms like actually flew up over my head. I'm like Sin.
Hey, so
and she
Sin.
went Shannon.
Dude, Apollo. So Sin is coming to. For those of you that aren't familiar with T-shirt chick, go over and check her channel out. She's a lot
awesome.
Of,
she's so sweet and she's super tall.
She is. She has a lot of great videos on screen printing, heat pressing, and vlogs with her her experiences. But Sin, so what I was getting at is that Sin's coming to the ISS show in Houston, and I believe Juan from Liberty Graphics is coming. Was there someone else? Someone else coming? I do believe I know Juan's going. Hey, Uproar, since you're in H-Tizzle, you going to the ISS show? If so, we should all meet up and hang out.
Rybeats! Finally!
What's up, Rybeats?
Hi, R.
As in just R?
I feel like I've said this before, but I used to have a cat named S. That was my first cat.
S.
Because it was my favorite letter. Because Shannon starts with S.
So you just named it S?
Yeah.
How did you call the cat? Just S. Hey S.
I don't know. I was 3.
No, okay. Well, that makes more sense.
We didn't keep the cat for that long.
That makes more sense than it being you being an adult. Although I did want to name the dog Dog. Dog. Yeah. I think that would have been great.
Well, the kids voted for Apollo because they like me more than you, and they could tell I wanted that one.
Yeah, I'm just glad we didn't go with Zeus.
Because we have found like 15,000
really glad.
Dogs named Zeus.
Yeah, because everybody's dog you run into.
Yeah, it's just R.
I love the name for a dog, but just
John.
Anyhow,
John's gonna be at the ISS show.
John. Let me put an I.
David's coming out.
Well, cool, man.
T-shirt chicks get already registered.
Don't be offended if you guys happen to see me at the ISS show and I don't recognize you or your handle. I mean, sometimes
I call everybody by their handles.
Like, yeah, Uproar. He came over. Fuck, what is his name? What is Uproar's name?
I don't know. I'm so distracted.
I forgot. Esteban. Steven. That's what it is. Yeah. Steven. Sorry, man. I'm awful with names, dude.
He really is. And I refer to all our clients by name. And he's like, I'll talk about the same client all freaking day. I'll be like, Corey needs this done. Corey needs this done. Yeah. Corey needs this done. He's like, which one is that? They're racing.
I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, it's a visual thing and not necessarily like I have to kind of.
David Evans is registered. Go.
Anyhow, I have to. I don't know. My brain just doesn't work with names until like I've said it like a million times, or I have to figure out some sort of way to memorize it. Like our neighbor, Carla. I just couldn't remember her name. Samantha was easy to remember because I have a cousin named Samantha, and eventually I just had to. I was like, Cartwheel and Carla. And I had to say it like a million times.
They're the cutest lesbian couple
ever.
And
then picture her cartwheeling across her front yard. That helped for whatever reason.
Okay, so we've got David Evans is registered for the thing.
Cool.
For ISS.
Awesome.
Rye Beats is going to the Houston ISS to get drunk. Wow.
What?
They do have free beer. Okay, and
are you really coming to the Houston, Rye?
Oh, and R. He said it. Yeah, his name's just R because his dad was a pirate. I have said this joke before, and Juan.
Here you go. You done open up a can of worms.
Juan has told it on his thing from Liberty Graphics, but I bet you'll appreciate this.
Has he heard it? Let's see.
What's a pirate's favorite letter? You'd think it'd be R, but it's actually the C. I like my jokes.
Oh my lord!
Oh, shut up, you giggle.
Shannon with her dad joke. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty much the dad joke king around here. But Shannon, she's Queen Elizabeth of the dad jokes.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
Is that a bad?
I really don't.
Is that a bad analogy, Shannon?
I don't.
Anyhow,
I'm undecided, actually. Because I mean that's like really high up there, so it's like kind of like a compliment.
Yeah, your dad jokes are. I told her a dad joke the other night, and she just thought it was the funniest thing, and she was feeling anxious because it had been a rough week. She was having a hard time kind of laying down, and I did as well. This past week was just.
We didn't even go live last week because it was so rough.
Yeah, I was like borderline having an anxiety attack. Just could not stop the wheels from turning up here and relax. Anyhow, so what I tend to do if Shannon's feeling like that is all. She likes to tell me that bunnies give kisses. She's like, that's a happy thing, and I'm like, well, that doesn't work for me because I don't. exactly find that to be the
How
cutest
is that
thing.
like not like the happiest thing ever? Bunnies give kisses and cows have best friends.
And so I tell Shannon everybody poops, and there she goes. She kind of laughed at that a little bit, but the joke that I told her was just this real. It's a kid's joke, and it was like, what did the 0 say to the 8?
Oh, that was what I was gonna use for my joke for the night, but you can use it now.
Oh, was that gonna be your joke?
It was, but you can tell it now.
Oh,
I have another.
No,
I have another that I want to use.
So what the 0 said to the 8 is, "Hey, nice belt."
I think it's funny.
Well, anyhow, one of my we're about to wrap this up, but one of the things that joke I like.
Really is.
Oh, awesome! Good, man. It'll be nice to meet you in person.
We get to meet.
One of the jokes that I like to do with the kids is, "Why'd the chicken cross the road?"
I did this one.
Did you?
I did it. I said, Matt, you have to help me out with this one.
Oh, did you? Well,
okay. All right, we'll do it again. We'll do it again.
Go ahead and answer it, Shannon.
All right.
Why'd the chicken cross the road, Shannon?
Why?
To get to the idiot's house. Damn it. To get to the idiot's house. Will you stop biting my fingers, Apollo?
You're really ruining this joke. Your delivery is terrible.
Okay, let me start over. He's chewing my fingers off.
Well, let's make him stop.
Okay, so anyways, why'd the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get to the idiot's house. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The chicken.
Yeah, I've done this one, and I made you do the answers.
Anyhow, so is there any more questions or any more comments that?
Well, John. Okay.
The Facebook
wants
group.
To know who's Mikey? Mikey is Matt. Matt used to eat everything, so his parents called him Mikey. Interestingly enough, my ex-husband's name is Mike, so that's always
so
funny.
her dad called me Mike.
Yeah,
I don't know how many times. I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Well, okay, it's one syllable.
I love you, Mark.
It's one syllable, starts with an M.
It is, and
we were together 7 years. Okay, he's old. Okay, habits die hard. Anyways, okay, so that's where Mikey comes from. Rybeats is registered. Leandro, hello from Brazil. Buenos noches. Something, I don't know. Okay, John purchased a 15 needle embroidery back in August, and he's going to the ISS show to check out the embroidery equipment. God, we're all going to be there together.
Who's coming?
Everyone's going to meet the shop gnome.
Who's coming to check out the
John?
Mm-hmm. Jonathan.
John Moraney.
Okay, John Moraney. Okay, I didn't know if you were talking about Jonathan Z. I don't even know.
Nah, he hasn't been on lately.
Okay, he's been doing a lot of Instagram stuff. There's the so I just put the Facebook group there. Go over and join. I'm gonna go make sure I haven't forgot to add anybody to it. We've just been kind of busy, and the name of it is Shop Talk Screen Printing Q&A.
I really wanted it to be Shop Talk After Hours.
Okay, we can still change it, Shannon.
All right, guys, you put it up to a vote. Shop Talk Q&A or Shop Talk After Hours?
Yeah, let us know in the chat and the comments if you're tuning in after the show is over. Let us know in the chat or down in the comments what you guys think. I just will be there. See, one of the things is kind of waited a little too long, and some of the steam, the momentum with that kind of died off a little bit, and it's just been, I mean, it's a good problem to have that we're busy and everything, but that comes first, and sometimes some of these projects are hard to get around to. One of the other things I spent a lot of time on this weekend was kind of going back and fixing some of the changes that web.com, we had hired them for search engine optimization, and I kind of really wasn't happy with what
here's
they
some
were
advice,
doing.
Guys. Don't. If they approach you.
I can't really say that they hurt anything.
They hurt the bank account. And they
Yeah.
slowed down the website, which leads to
Your
less-
your bounce rate going up. So that's one of the things I got to do too. Plus, after I was looking at the website, I'm like, to me, it's always a work in progress. So I'm kind of going back and shuffling some things, adding some things, trying to figure out whether really what my focus is to kind of make it clear as to make it more of a sales funnel type thing, not where it's like salesy, but towards where it's easy for them to potential customers, clients, whatever you want to call them, to come to our page and be like, okay, yeah, I've come to the right place. I want to get a quote. And if for some reason, if they back out, a way to get their info, maybe get that sale with maybe some sort of special offer or something to make them want to sign up to get their name and email. But the thing is, you know, with screen print, it's not like we're selling a course or we're selling a specific product. Like maybe we're selling some sort of, I don't know, amazing shampoo that gives your hair volume.
I don't need any of that in Houston.
You know, it's not like, because if I wanted to do like, hey, you know, new clients 5% off, you know, if they happen to put in an order of 1,000 shirts and we do 5%, and depending on how much we mark up shirts, 5% of that versus 5% off someone that's ordering 12 t-shirts and has 6 colors.
There's too many variables.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables to it. And anyhow, I've installed a Facebook pixel and all that, so we can kind of target some of these people that do come to our site with ads, and kind of keep our business in front of them. And so just trying to figure out a way, even though we are like slammed and we're playing catch up, like what I want to do is I want it to stay that way, but also I want to be able to have someone, either a screen printer or an artist in here, to have someone in here pretty much full time.
Yeah, speaking of, we're actually thinking about hiring an intern. So if anybody like wants to, you know, intern for a graphic design position. Yeah,
and so it would be essentially handling some design work, and I would be giving direction. So it would have to kind of be consistent with some of the work that we've done in the past.
It's
and
actually
then not
amazing, though.
Not only that, but helping with creating mock-ups, and then perhaps also helping doing some of the marketing stuff, whether it's posting recent works up on the Facebook or Instagram.
I can
or
write
helping
copy,
with ad campaigns.
But the last time I tried to do the marketing stuff, Matt told me it looked like it came from Microsoft Paint.
Well, the copy was fine. It's just, you know, it's going back to the design portion of it, and your feelings got hurt. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but the picture in the background with the text.
What was frustrating was you were like, do it, and I was like, okay, I'll try, and you're like, this is terrible.
Like I think it just needed to be simplified. Like it had the picture of your hands with ink all over the place, and then there was text going over it. Like it was just hard to read. That's all.
You told me to do it, and then you insulted me.
I didn't insult you. I was trying to give you some direction.
It was like Microsoft Paint.
I was giving you my professional opinion.
Yes, but you gave me nowhere to go with that. You just said,
and this
is bad, and then you walk off.
And this,
I'm like, well, shit, I'm not doing this anymore.
This is why I need an intern in here to test the waters with, to see if they can handle what goes on around here, for one. And then also someone with some thick skin towards where if I'm like, hey, you need to change this and this, I'm not happy with this, they're not going to go home and cry and not want to come back. Not that that's you, but...
Well, I can't go anywhere. You drive us to work. And I can't drive a stick.
I mean, that's just part of being an artist, anyhow.
Okay, so I think we need to wrap this up.
Yes, I got some art to do, and I want to get Ken's shirts printed tonight. It's only a handful of them.
I want Corey's done.
I'm taking care of it, Shannon.
Oh, did you hear that? He just used my actual name. That means I'm in trouble.
No, you're just putting the pressure on me. Stop pressuring me. I think I've said it at least 4 or 5 times since we've been on here. I'm gonna take care of it.
All right, I am sorry. You are right.
I'm gonna get it taken care of.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're
that was my
job.
bad. That was.
You're doing your job as manager. Get it done.
Yeah, but sometimes it's hard trying to find that fine line between like nagging girlfriend versus responsible manager.
It is. It is.
Your hat looks silly, by the way. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap things up with a joke, and we'll get out of here because that chicken we need to cook, and that chicken in the fridge is.
You say that
gone.
Chicken?
Yeah, that chicken's not gonna last for much longer.
Well, did we?
You told me you told me to put it in the fridge.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, Shannon's gonna leave you with a little bit of a funny, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Kick it, Shannon.
Okay, so I was at the bank the other day, and an old lady asked me to help her check her balance, so I pushed her over.
Ba-da-ba! We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Shannon, you want to say anything?
Love you guys, hearts.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time, next Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.